Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Behind the Mic. This is student host Walter Pierce, and I just wrapped up a show on 89.5 WSOU. Today, I talked about actually three individuals in one definition segment. Today, my diamond segment was on Dr.
Dennis Kimbrough.
I knew that. Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, I was just making sure he knew. But Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, of course, he wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. And actually, that book was an extension of a memoir that another person wrote as well. But they felt that he was able to step up to the plate and actually finish the work that people in the past has completed. And that shows, the trust that a lot of people had in the faith that they had that Dr. Dennis Kimbrough was able to, I guess, help out the African American community with economics and how to grow their wealth. He was a part of many programs. He was a part of a lot of programs that, gave back to his community, was able to help inform, African Americans about economics, about growing wealth, because we didn't really have that type of information years ago. So for African Americans, they really had to start from scratch. We didn't have the opportunity to have generational wealth like, Europeans had, because of, ever since, you could even say back to slavery, ever since, people had wealth back then, passing it down to generation. African Americans didn't have that luxury. That's the right word. Yes. So they had to start from scratch. They had to be able to learn wealth, learn how to accumulate it, and teach it to the next generation. So that's what I have for Dennis Kimbrough. We can move on to definition segment of the term of no. He had determination. I had capitalism, and for capitalism, it's basically private companies, private people making their own money. And that is what America's really run on. It's run on capitalism, private corporations. You see, and there's negatives, of course, there's positives, of course. The negatives, we can go back to slavery, and actually slavery is capitalism, if you think about it. So people have that negative connotation on that and really don't like capitalism. There's also, private corporations that's trying to take over certain things that limit minorities in this country. We talk about private corporations having jails, investing a lot of money in that, trying to take over for different, like politics, for example, trying to influence that, trying to have laws passed that support private corporations, but not really the people, the regular person that's out there working and hustling. But of course, the positives is it allows for a greater opportunity for people to go out, create their own business, and really succeed in that field. Although it is very, very competitive, and to be able to gain an advantage over other companies, you have to be able to be unique and be different from others. Moving on to my two current segments, was on KRS-One and on
Ramsey Lewis.
Making sure he knew. Again, I was just checking. But Ramsey Lewis again, and we talk about KRS-One. Two different genres of music. When we talk about Ramsey Lewis with jazz, and we talk about KRS-One with hip hop, they both, although had two different genres of music, two different personalities, just two totally different people, they had one main mission as well, which was make sure they give back to the community that gave to them. KRS-One, being homeless when he was younger, influenced him to give back when he had the money to people on Thanksgiving, giving opportunities to young people. We would also talk about Ramsey Lewis, loving music ever since he was young. That allowed him to, when he made his money, give free music opportunities to young people who want the opportunity. That really just shows the determination and the love and the remembrance, because you have to remember where you came from and how you started off, and know that there is young people out here who had the same goals that you had when you were younger, and you just want to help them out the best you can. So that was really the show for me for this week of WSOU 89.5.
Questyouthradio.
The best
Youth Radio.
Tune in every Saturday from 7 to 8 a.m. This is student host Walter Pierce, signing off. Thank you.